Welcome to part 2 of me upgrading my PlayStation 4, because the original hard drive that came with this PlayStation 4 only comes with 500 gigabytes of space, which isn't enough for all the games that I have and what I would like to play. Anyway, the reason why I'm showing you guys this is because some people do have a PlayStation 4 still. Like, I know about 3 people right now that actually do have one, and they may not know how to do all this. So anyway, this is my PlayStation. I'm gonna probably get a hold on, let me pause the video. But I'm gonna probably get me a skin for it to look nicer, like customized. Anyway, let me pause the video. I'm going to get a Phillips head screwdriver. That way I can do all this. So give me a second. Alright, guys. I got a attachment. Well, not attachment, but this is a kit that I bought from Advanced Discount Auto Parts a few months ago. And the reason why I bought it is because I thought I was going to need it for my laptop when I replaced the laptop battery. Because it has a T5 torque screw. So this actually has flatheads, Phillips head screwdriver bits, pretty much everything. And it's called Titan. And it's right in here. All I do is just take this little piece off. Well, not off, but get this out. There we go. So that's the screwdriver right here, Titan. And over here, we got the bits that we would use. I just need a Phillips. A Phillips is basically like a plus sign. You can see right there, it looks like a plus. And then the ones that are a negative sign is basically the flathead. I'm just sliding this out. Okay. So I will just need one of these. So I'm probably going to get this one right here because it looks a little smaller. Like thinner, I guess. This one right here. That is number ps4. So I think that's Phillips 1. Anyway, so that's what it looks like. And all I do is just plug it into the socket right here. You can see that little hole. So I just gotta slide that in right there. And there we have it. So now I got a Phillips screwdriver. And pushing it down a little bit to make sure it's stuck. There we go. And now we can go ahead and take off the information that I have here. Well, not information, but the case, sort of. So this right here is just a side panel, and it's basically some kind of like plastic. So if you just press down, this is on my bed because my family's using the kitchen and the living room, but they're using the table in the living room. Anyway, so I gotta just press down and pull to the side. You can see it popped out. Just like that. I'm going to set it on the side there. And this right here is the actual hard drive that came with this PlayStation 5. PlayStation 4. And this right here, I bought this PlayStation 4 brand new from GameStop. I actually had to do payments because I pre-ordered this just like a video game, basically, when it had their midnight releasing. So on the day it came out, they had a midnight releasing where they were open at like 12 o'clock. And once it hit the final next day, when the PlayStation 4 was actually allowed to be sold, I went ahead and picked mine up because I already had pre-ordered and paid it off before the PlayStation came out. And if you guys want to know, I am a huge Sony fan. I've had every PlayStation so far. My father, when I was about 9 years old, for my birthday, my dad, I guess he went to like a pawn shop. He bought me the first ever PlayStation 1, and I was always using it for about a good 2-3 years. And so with that being said, after the PlayStation 2 came out, I bought me a PlayStation 2 when I first started working for the job when I was a cook at Sonic. It was a Sonic drive-in restaurant. and with the, I guess, third check that I got from them, I had enough money to go to a pawn shop and buy me a PlayStation 2. And I used to use it just to watch like DVDs, because when I was at the pawn shop, I bought some DVDs there too with the PlayStation. Anyway, so I would play games on the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1, and then I bought a PlayStation 3 many years ago. And then when my son's birthday was coming up, since I know I wasn't using the PlayStation 3 as much, I gave it to him for his birthday. And then my sister's boyfriend gave him some PlayStation 3 games brand new to play on it. And then he wound up breaking it. Like the disc reader just stopped taking the games, so he never was able to use it again. Anyway, then I would say about 2 years later, then the PlayStation 4 came out, and I brought the actual, I put a down payment and was making payments to the PlayStation 4 until it was fully paid off from GameStop. Anyway, now that I'm done with all that information, this is the original PlayStation that I got from GameStop that I had to pre-order and buy, do payments on. And right here you can see there is, oh, I'm sorry, hold on, I'm sorry about that. Right here you can see there is a Phillips head screw. So now I'm going to get my Titan screwdriver, and I'm trying to do this with my left hand, which is a little weaker than my right, but yeah, there it goes. Now I'm unscrewing it, righty tighty, lefty loosey. So I gotta go counterclockwise to unloosen the screw. And now we have it pretty loose. I'm gonna use just my fingertips just to fully take the screw out. And the reason why it's even in there is just holding this bracket that's holding the PlayStation hard drive in. So now that it's out, you can see there's a little bit of a lip right here. So if I just pull this towards me, that'll take it out. And there we have it. So now what I have to do is unscrew these two black screws right here on the top, or on the left side and the right side. It's mounted in place. So I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to take out those two screws using that same screwdriver I used to take out that one screw I just showed you. And then I'm going to pause the video, take out these 4 screws. They're all black. Now I'll make sure I set them to a side where I know that I won't misplace it or put it somewhere that they don't need to be at. I want to put the screws right in the same exact spot that they're coming out of. Anyway, so I'm going to pause the video, take out these screws, and then we'll start the video back up. I'll be right back with you. Alright guys, so I got all 4 screws lined up right next to each other like how I took them out of the original case. So all I gotta do is just slide the case up a little bit here, and that'll take it completely out. There we go. It's a little dusty, so I gotta probably like clean this up a little, but either way, that's the case that it was in. That is just the case that holds the hard drive in place. So now I'm gonna get this hard drive that I just got, the 2 terabyte one, and match it up alongside of this one here where it used to be at, just to make sure that it fits right in place, because it's gonna connect to these little metal tabs. So it's gonna go in just like this. So I need to probably flip this up. I think it will go in just like this. It's hard to see it because it's underneath the case to see where the tabs go in, but I believe it's like that. So I'm going to check it out first. Let me just slide it in place. So I got this like right here, and we got the power connector right here on the far left, and the far right is the data information. So now I'm just going to try to slide it in place, see if it fits. Yep, fit right in place, and it's stuck in there. So now I just got to pull it out with my finger. There we go. Yep, so that fits perfect. So this is how you connect it. You're going to have to make sure that you have your data or your data information on your far right and then your power connector on your far left. Anyway, so now I'm going to get those screws placed inside of this new hard drive, like how the first one was, and then I'm going to plug it in, and then I got to get my flash drive plugged in and turn everything on and have it connected to my TV and stuff through the HDMI port. But anyway, so this will be pretty much, I'm going to pause the video, just get the screws in, and then I'm going to show you just putting it back in place and putting the cover back on. And then part 3 will be me hopefully showing you guys that it was able to turn on and that I have a lot of space compared to the space that I originally had out of the 500 gig hard drive that I got that came with the PlayStation. So I'll get back to you on part 3 about that, but let me pause the video and I'm going to get those 4 screws that was already with the original PlayStation hard drive placed back into this one, and then I'm going to slide that back in and put in the original holding screw. So I have to put those 3 screws back in, or 5 screws back in place, and then that'll be it. So just give me a second, and then I'll show you placing everything in and putting the cover back on. Alright guys, so good news so far. I guess that's good news because I got the hard drive placed in here. So now all I gotta do is slide it into place. I did clean up the edges a little bit with all that dust and stuff using just my regular hairbrush. And right now I'm sliding it in place. Hopefully it fits. I hope it's not upside down, but there it goes. It just fit right in there. Perfect. Anyway, so now that we have that, now all I gotta do is just add the case screw. I don't know if you guys can see that. Hold on. Alright. So right here, that's where the case screw goes in at. Hopefully I can show all this. Alright, so now all I gotta do is just press down a little bit. There we go. And screwing it back in. And I'm probably going to add my hairbrush one more time just to clean all this up a little bit more. There we go. And I just got this regular soft and hard brush on the other side. So if I just not use both sides, I guess, that is knocking off all that dust and stuff that's on there. Anyway, so now we have the hard drive placed in there and everything should be good. Now I'm going to just place this case cover on here and slide right into place just like that, and that's it. That's the end of this. Hope you guys like part 2, and stay tuned if you want to see part 3 just to see how much space I actually do have, if it does work. First I got to get my flash drive that has the firmware on it, and then I can actually have it running and I can show you guys everything, hopefully. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in part 3. Goodbye.